Welcome back to Living in the Pacific Northwest with Hal Byrd. I'm Hal Byrd.
And I'm Jay, birthday boy.
It is your birthday. Happy birthday.
Thank you.
We are on our way to a listing shoot, and we wanted to talk to you guys about our client's story. If you've been following this channel for a while, you know that we have this video, the PNW Pipeline, where we talk about how there is this pipeline of people moving in and around the Pacific Northwest.
And the whole premise is the fact that once you get to the Northwest, you experience all of the benefits and virtues and lifestyle and advantages of living here. You don't want to give that up, even though maybe your job or your family situation requires that you move somewhere else, another city, or even from Oregon to Washington, for example. So you want to continue to reap the benefits of living in the Northwest, but maybe you have to move for, life, right?
And going to this photo day, media day, for our clients that are selling their home was the perfect time to talk about it, because they are originally from Montana. They moved to Seattle for a job opportunity, and then they started looking to buy a house in Seattle and realized how expensive it was. And we talk about this in that PNW Pipeline video, that a lot of people up north are considering moving down here because it's so much more affordable, and that was their exact scenario. They found a house down here they really liked. It was way more in a comfortable place in their budget.
And you talked about that recently in a video about how Portland Metro, and by extension Greater Vancouver, is the most affordable city on the West Coast that's near a major international airport, a major city with major city attractions and amenities.
Yeah.
Just going to your point. So that's why a lot of people who may find Seattle or maybe Northern California, the Bay Area, home ownership inaccessible, can find it here in this area.
Yeah. So these folks moved down to Vancouver from Seattle when they were just a couple, married couple, no kids, and they've since had 2 kids, and they don't have any family here, and so they're moving now to Spokane, staying in the Northwest, staying in Washington, reaping the no state income tax benefits. And so now they're moving to their 3rd location within Washington.
And they're moving now with having children and moving to be closer to family.
Yeah, and so we thought it'd be fun to talk a little bit about this theme, because over the weekend I was also helping people whose daughter and son-in-law moved to Camas, and they raised their kids in Texas, and now that their daughter, who has 3 kids, is up here in the Northwest, they're leaving Texas to move up to Washington as well. So we see this theme a lot with people moving to either join family, be closer to family, and it kind of ties right in line with that PNW pipeline, where once people get a taste of the Northwest, it's very difficult to leave. It's such a nice quality of life.
And out of all the people who you help, we probably should do the numbers, but a good amount of them are moving specifically to move closer to family. So either the parents are following the kids, or have maybe new grandkids, or the children, in a lot of cases, are following the parents. So again, that's something that we see quite a lot. Countless stories.
Yeah.
Maybe that's something you're thinking about doing.
Let us know in the comments. By the way, welcome back to Living in the Pacific Northwest with Hal Byrd. I'm Hal Byrd. I said that, but I didn't say that we are a relocation team. We're a real estate team in the Southwest Washington and Portland metro areas, and we have a passion for relocation. We help people that are moving to, but also within the Portland metro area, and we created this channel because there was nothing like it when we were relocating 7 years ago, and we wanted to be the friend that we wish we had in the Northwest, but not just the friend, the resource, the guide, the realtor that we wish we had when we moved here. So. And
I just turned on the front-facing camera. Forgot to do that when we first started talking. But one of the reasons that we were drawn to the Pacific Northwest is the lush, the trees, the natural resources, the kind of temperate, calm weather for the most part. Nothing too extreme. So hopefully you guys are getting a good view of that as we approach where you have a listing shoot at today.
Yeah, I'm glad that the clouds burned off. I thought it was going to be overcast. We do have, you're making a left here. We do have some like morning, which I guess my fellow Southern Californians would understand, like marine layer. Sometimes we can get that in Portland where it's a little cloudy first thing in the morning, and then like right now it's about 10 a.m. and I barely see a cloud in the sky. It's really blue and sunny.
Right. So today, the purpose of today, the reason you're looking so nice and lovely, by the way, is you're going
for your birthday.
For my birthday, which only makes sense. But we're going to a listing shoot. So do you want to tell people what that is exactly?
So once we get the house ready, so clients have called me, we've done the listing agreement, we've talked all about all the consultative process prior to listing. We schedule media day, and this is when we do photos, video, drone shots or aerial footage, floor plan, like the 2D floor plan, but also the 3D walkthrough. We do that on every home at every price point. And we also do an agent-led video so that not only so that we can put it on social media, but it gets more exposure for your house. And we use that to run ads all the way from the Portland metro area up the I-5 corridor to Seattle, because just like these folks, there might be a very lovely person, could be a couple, could be a retired family, could be, anyone, but there might be some people up in Seattle that are sitting there wishing they could buy a house in Seattle, and then they see this house that has mature landscaping, really updated, amazing sized rooms. This home is probably like one of the top homes I've seen for like the best sized bedrooms.
Right. So what I'm hearing is, and I respect you for it, but you don't toot your own horn enough. So to me, what I just heard is the fact that you spend considerably more money in your business making sure that if you're looking to list your house, it's not just focused here in the Portland metro greater Vancouver area. It's actually focused all the way up as north as the Seattle Sound area. Is that correct?
Yes,
not every agent does that or spends that kind of money to make sure that their clients get that kind of exposure.
Yeah, or knows how to even. People will tell you that they syndicate your listing across all the real estate sites, which is like the biggest realtor sales mumbo jumbo. It means nothing.
Okay.
In my opinion, because every realtor does that the second that it gets listed in the MLS. So unless you had an agent who wasn't going to list it in the MLS,
Right.
The other thing I didn't even mention, because people are watching this video, is that we post our listing videos to our YouTube audience, and a lot of our audience is relocating and might also be interested in the homes we're selling.
Like this one that you did recently where the house went pending in 4 days?
Yeah, before we could even get the video. The video wasn't even finished being edited by our photographer before we had an offer in hand at full price.
That's excellent.
And because obviously the people that are watching our channel, not all of them, some of them are local, high locals. Sometimes I get to meet you guys in public, which is fun. But a lot of the people are not living here and might want to be here because they see like what the PNW Lifestyle offers. Like right now, I'm looking, and like even in this like suburban area, there's trees lining the streets, there's trees straight ahead, but then off in the distance you've got, what is that, Green Mountain?
Is that Green Mountain or a large?
No, it's not Green Mountain.
It's a mountain. And
I'm disoriented. Maybe it's a hill without a name.
The nameless hill.
And then you can see like Silver Star, Livingston Mountain from here. So it's just really, really beautiful place to live. And I'm sure at any moment we're going to say Mount Hood is everywhere, and it's going to show. So what locals say is that the mountain's out when you can see Mount Hood. But yeah, that PNW Lifestyle I think is undeniable, because they're not choosing to go back to Montana. They're staying in Washington. They're staying in the Northwest. And I think having that ability, like they said they went camping, they were, spent a lot of time outdoors since they've been here. Mm-hmm. And now that they have 2 kids, they're going to just do that differently in Spokane.
Once you get a taste, and this is my experience speaking personally in 7 years of living here, once you get a taste of not being kind of tied to your house inside your house for half the year because it's so hot or it's so bitterly cold, mm-hmm. or you have other extreme weather events, and year round you can get outside more, you can become more active, you can become more adventurous. I used to think it was just like cool marketing, when you see the Eddie Bauer commercials or the REI commercials, but no, in fact, when you live here, one of the intangibles is that you are inspired to get outside, to do more, try new things, go on a new hike, and you make a lot of friends and relationships along the way. And then, like you said, for me, it would be at this point extremely difficult, maybe impossible to give up if I had to, because it's just become such interwoven in my life, what I love doing and what kind of drives me and gives me fire and passion.
Yeah. By the way, I agree with you more. Amen. Do you notice how smooth the road is? I was really nervous about the road, the construction they were doing here last week, that they wouldn't be finished by the time we went on market.
Oh, is this what they were doing?
Yeah, and not only is it finished, it's like in less than a week, it's smooth and perfect.
Smooth and perfect. So we're nearing the home. You guys will see plenty of it on our marketing, but we're going to go ahead and shut this down. But again, we just wanted to come to you with a common theme. It's been very relevant to us recently, people who we've been helping. But if you like the idea of, if you're already in the Northwest or you're thinking about coming here, again, to be closer to family, whether you're a parent or the child, again, you're in really good company. So would you tell people to reach out, because you can kind of relate and talk them through the process?
Yep, absolutely. If you're looking to buy, sell, or invest in the Pacific Northwest, make sure to shoot me a text at 360-818-4438. My Zoom link is also in the description below if you want to schedule a consult with myself and my team directly. And I think that's all for now. We hope you guys enjoy your day.
And make sure you reach out if you have any other kind of topics. Again, it's one thing that really drives us and drives this channel. So reach out, let us know some other ideas or topics that you'd like us to maybe broach. And thank you for watching.
Ciao.
Ciao.